Hello, Marie Mandolin again, and a short tutorial here on visual arts. We started out with the shapes and so on of the 4 different shapes, basic shapes and things like that, and I'd like to show you with this one just a few things that I started out doing. This is a pencil drawing from location, on location, some of my flowers, and well, it was fun to do, great for learning and so forth. Those are wildflowers that I had planted some years ago. And then, of course, there's the other ones, a different sort of approach, different color, different pencils, colored pencils, along with some pencils there. In this one here, I used watercolors to touch up the background. This one, I just touched it up with the pencil. And this is on watercolor paper. And you can get all kinds of paper at any good art shop. Inexpensive paper for drawing on and so forth. In last tutorials I showed you my sketchbook when I go out sketching. This is my sketching on very small pieces of watercolor paper, as you can see. And I also take the trouble to number everything. Sometimes when folks like them, they buy them and they like to know that they're numbered. For example, right on here there's a number. Make sure everything is signed with your copyright signed on it and so forth. And then I work in acrylics also. And this is a quick 2012, this year, painting of a still life on very smooth paper, as you can see, and that's numbered also. Now this is done quickly. It took me only about a minute, maybe less, to do that. You have to think what you want and what you're doing and the movements you want to give it. So this keeps the eye in the painting. It has texture and so forth. And then of course you have to math it with something that suits it and sign it. This is now I also did this in acrylic. This was very thick acrylic, and that is done on a piece of masonite board, gessoed, and about 2 or 3 coats of gesso. You put on the first coat, and then you sand it a bit, and then you sand it first. Make sure it's no oil in it, it's not treated, and then you sand it first, and the gesso takes on it. And then after the gesso is dry, you sand it again. There goes my computer. And then you put about 4 coats on, and then you put your acrylic painting on top. And that's very quick, maybe about a half a minute. Very expressive, I guess. I suppose what I was feeling at the time. Now, fun things I want you to do. I'm going to put this here. I want you to do some stick men, like this. And I tell you, I think you're going to find this fun. This will give you the positions that people stand or walk or bend or sit or stand or whatever in, or kicking a ball, for example. Now, how you do these is you do your torso here, like in a pyramid shape. Then you get the shoulders on the top and narrow. Make sure there's a line between the hip parts and the head and so on, because then you won't be able to remove them if you don't. And then you add, this is done in felt pen, you add your head, your arms, your legs, and feet, and then it's bending over, you make your torso, the head, the arms, the hands, the legs, course, the hip part and the spinal part in between the torso and the hip part and the head. So this is 5 of them that I did, and there will be more, because, and see just how many times you can, different positions you can get these done on. And I got these done on light paper, but if you do them on regular watercolor paper or something like that, even in your sketchbook with your pen, your felt pen. You can do them in pencil too, but I wanted you to see it in felt pen so that it would show up better. This is the basic forms of the human body, and they're very important, because when you start to paint, if you're painting scenery, you will likely find you would like to put some humans in, and you would this would give you an idea of different positions of the body when it's in its movements. These are what I call my stick men, and they're very easy to do. I'll show you next time how I do them, okay? But try on your own. Look at these and try on your own. This is a very short tutorial, I know. I've been pretty busy today, and it's getting late, and the light is getting challenging, so I will leave you with this. There you go. And have fun. This is the main thing for this course, is to have fun and to learn. And remember, my channel is a how-do channel. It's things on there is how to do things, how to progress, how to grow in the different forms and disciplines of art and other things, in music. And so have a nice evening, and I will see you next week, likely, again with another visual art tutorial, basics for now. And later on I will take you into my studio. I plan on working in the future in my studio, but right now we'll just stick with these things for now. Okay, bye-bye. Take care.